What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for checking out my website, Black Sheep Industries, down below. Use code Boosted Lifestyle for 10% off. And we got our first couple of orders, so that's pretty cool. It's kind of neat to see something start from nothing and start spreading out. Selling V-bands and stuff, by the way. Now, back to this Honda. I'm actually genuinely curious to see if there's any sort of upgraded camshafts in it, because in the last video you watched, it turned out that there's forged pistons and rods in this thing. Speaking of which, someone mentioned that one of the rods looked heated, so I'm going to get under there first and see if one of them has actually seen some heat damage, bearing or something. So check that out first, and then I think we're going to pull the valve cover off and see if there's camshafts in it. If not, I mean, stock camshafts are pretty cool too. Correct me if I'm wrong, but these B16A2s rev out to about 8,200 RPM stock. That's insane. That's insane.
It appears that I misplaced my oil pan because all the oil that dripped out of the engine came back here.
I just finished cleaning this floor. What the hell?
Oh yeah, look at that. You can tell. See how this one's like just a gray color and this one's gray? Well, this middle one looks like it's been heated a bit right here on the rod. So do we pull that cap off and see how the rod bearing looks, or what? Look at this last one. Now that last one looks fine as well. So just this one. It looks like it has a little bit of heat damage to it. So maybe we should pull that rod off.
Maybe we'll end up pulling this engine out and getting the transmission taken off, take the head off, and see what we're working with. Because when I was under there, I did notice we had an aftermarket flywheel, which means there's probably an aftermarket clutch on it, but I don't know what power it's good for. Or we just do what we're gonna do and send it and then rebuild it if it breaks. Option 1 or option 2, leave it down below. Full send or be a pussy and take it apart. I thought so. Now, don't laugh at me if I don't know what I'm doing here. I've never taken off one of these Honda valve covers, but usually they're pretty straightforward. We'll probably get a look at the timing belt and stuff too while we're under here. Someone tell me if this MSD ignition thing is good at all, or if I should upgrade it, or what, because I have no idea. Let's get a magnet. Those aren't the right bolts, but okay. And it's stuck. Get out! First off, our timing belt doesn't look that great.
And it says 124 horsepower.
Yeah, that could probably be replaced. It's stock cam gears. But I do not know what I'm looking at in here, so you guys will have to be my judge.
First thing I do is I say, would you look at this?
You guys have to let me know if there's any cam castings, I guess, on these things. They do, I want to say they're stock, but I don't know. Also, I love how this was supposed to tie into the firewall with bolts, and then they just didn't do it. So here's our discolored cap. I mean, there's a bit of wear in this rod bearing, but what do I do here? Actually, a bit of wear on that bearing for sure. So do we replace the bearings in this thing? We're not going to make huge progress on this car today because I don't have any of the parts here that I need to start building this thing. I'm living in Canada. I ordered stuff like a week ago. Still hasn't showed up. So that's the negative part about living so far in Canada. But I genuinely want your guys' opinion on this thing. We're going to do something stupid first with it. We're going to put 4 turbos on it. Yes, we're going to do that. After that, we'll probably take the 4 turbos off, put a proper turbo setup on it. So I kind of want it to hold together. So should this thing get new bearings? Like, should I pull it apart and just see what we have? Or do I leave it in there, send it, if it breaks, we fix it? Genuinely want your opinion.
Well, this isn't how I wanted to spend my morning. Sad daily driver. Sad.
It's not always fun and games, man. Sometimes you gotta do some things that you don't want to do.
I got a pretty good dang old idea what's going on. I'll tell you what, man, it'll...
Bang. the more I keep looking, the more gems I keep finding. So, if we take a look underneath here.
I don't know what this red power wire was for, but it is definitely touching some metal right now. Looks like it's tied in here, which is that masking tape? Where does that purple wire even go? That's not even like electrical tape. That looks like packaging tape or something. Where does the purple wire go now? Is there a purple wire in here? It's behind this panel somewhere. Is it connected to anything? Oh, okay. It's okay. It's not connected to anything.
Jerk. The trunk's not even bolted up, is it? Look at this. What the hell? It's not even bolted up. Oh, well that doesn't fit very good. In hindsight, I probably should have just used the black brackets that were on here and then switched over that rod. I'm gonna have to do that now. Dang, I keep finding gems. I went to go pull off this air intake and I was like, okay, silicone coupler just on the throttle body here. And I was like, whoop. Nope, second silicone coupler. This must be a real small ass throttle body. Oh, and there's the tape that's covering the hole, I guess. It's a nice new filter though. K&N even. K&N, like 50 horsepower gains, right? Am I right? Now I took that off, remember, because I think I wanted to check with the speed sensor in this thing. So I'm assuming that it's right here on top of the trans, which would make sense, it's like in the diff part of the trans. But it looks like it's in there, so maybe the gear is sheared off. I'll pull it out and see. I feel like there's supposed to be a gear on this thing. Or maybe that little square thing just spins up inside this. Here's another piece that came out. I think I might have pulled the wrong bolts, because there's one bolt that pulls the whole sensor, but I think I took apart the sensor itself. Oops. Talk about someone who doesn't know what they're doing on Hondas. Remember, this isn't a how-to video, this is a let's have fun with this thing video. I'm cringing on the inside right now. So, like that spins up top. So that can only mean one thing, that someone purposely disabled the speedo, which means our 63,000 or 68,000 kilometer car is probably bullshit. Which makes sense, because this is like a 2000 or something. 19 years, you only put 60,000 kilometers on it? Not likely. Especially a Honda. That meme where the car salesman slaps the hood? This bad boy only got 68,000 kilometers on it. Wrong. You lied, salesman. Yeah, that was a good throw. Now, did we get a lemon? I don't think so. Even if that one rod is bad, even if the crank is bad, you still got a set of forged pistons in there. Mostly a set of forged rods, that intake manifold, the fuel rail, the Honda. So I think we still got a pretty decent deal, especially for what we were going to be doing with it. I'm still waiting for stuff in the mail for shipping. It's kind of really making me mad because I can't progress any forward without the parts that I need in the mail. So it's very unfortunate. I think we're getting this out of the garage here shortly. We're gonna replace it with something else. We're gonna build a new turbo kit on something else, just to show you how fast you can actually build a turbo kit by yourself in like 2 days. So that's gonna be out here for a little bit. And I think later on tonight, I'm gonna go meet up with the A81 crew. They're actually local to me, new YouTube channel. The link will be down below. And it's neat just to see it branching off. It helps me, it helps them. It'll be someone I can collaborate with, new things and new hood rat stuff. Because you always gotta do hood rat shit with your hood rat friends. I just wanna know your guys' opinion on what we have here. So make sure to leave it down below. Leave a like on the video. Peace easy, get that V. Quick video, just to update what Kyle's doing in his life. Because he's pretty lame. Plus I have 20 days off now, starting right yesterday. So I have 19 days off now, which is pretty neat. I'm going to get lots of car stuff done. Okay, now peace easy, get that V.